Dead Presidents is partly based on the real-life experiences of Haywood T. Kirkland, a.k.a. R.E.S. Meredazon? Am I getting that right, or am I butchering it? Am I stalling it, as they say? Gotta close the shop.
For the win.
Meredazon, a.k.a. R.E.S.M. His true story was detailed in Wallace Terry's book, Bloods, an Oral History of the Vietnam War by Black Veterans. A Vietnam vet adjusts to life after the war while trying to support his family, but the chance of a better life may involve crime and bloodshed in the Hughes Brothers' 1995 crime drama, Dead Presidents.
Widely released to some communities in the U.S. on October 6, 1995. Keep in mind, films released around this time were... it was more than one thing going on in Harlem. Up in Brooklyn, Vampire in Brooklyn. Wolf to the 45th power. I want no fucking dog. Rest in peace, John Witherspoon.
Leaving Las Vegas?
After everything I just did for Vampire in Brooklyn, that's the best you can do for Leaving Las Vegas? There we go. All right. Copycat.
Elizabeth Shoes. Tadaz. Powder. I put funny story in parentheses next to this because there is a funny story about Powder. I used to work at Hollywood Video. The manager of Hollywood Video, Jason House, rest in peace. He had a very strong vendetta against pedophiles, and
as most people do.
Yeah, rightfully so. I remember one evening when we were doing inventory, and back in the day at movie stores, inventory was like.
I just know it's there. It's the same fly between me and you on the stare down, and when we did Tarantino's flick, it's come back.
Like you get fucked up as manager if inventory is incorrect.
You got one job to do: get the inventory right.
Get the movies back. Like, so to take movies as a manager, to take movies out of the store and peg them onto the pavement outside and VHS. These aren't DVDs. These are back when VHS were a thing. Pegging the VHS. He took Michael Jackson's Black and White tour and Powder out and broke all the copies we had of them because, of course, the allegations against Michael Jackson.
Alleged.
But then the proven allegations against the director of Powder, who has some shady things in his head and still gets hired by Buena Vista, aka Disney, still to this day. But nobody was renting those movies at Hollywood Video up in Normandy Boulevard in the late 90s because we destroyed them all. Sorry, that was a... Continue, please, sir.
I think we needed that. There we go. All right. With that being said, a streetcar named Desiree, or in my life, Desire. Is it Desire or Desiree?
It's Desire. A streetcar named Desiree.
All right, here 3, 2, 1.
I think that starred Jeremy Busey.
Or Bussy?
Yeah,
Busy. 3, 2, 1. A streetcar named Desire.
Howling Part 7, New Moon Rising.
I guess Fast and Furious weren't the first to do it. Never Talk to Strangers.
Now and Then.
Mallrats.
We got to cover that movie. That's a great movie.
I thought you was talking about the one you were about to say.
Oh, Get Shorty, too. Get Shorty, for sure.
Oh, okay, because there's no Get Shorty, too. The Babysitter.
Strange Days.
The Scarlet Letter.
Jade. Linda Fiorentino.
Assassins.
All right. The fucking crazy amount of movies that came out in 1 month.
I mean, that was a hell of a fucking... You know how we've done all the movies that came out around that time? That may be the best list out of 3 seasons, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's all over the place.
Brothers Albert and Alan Hughes directed Dead Presidents based on a story they developed with Michael Henry Brown, who wrote the screenplay.
Now, the Hughes brothers also wrote and directed Menace to Society, which I'll get into later, King of Cock. 2 years prior, in 1993, with the same cinematographer as Dead Presidents, Lisa Rensler. Shout out, in case we forget later, special shout out to the cinematographer.
Yeah, especially making, I'm assuming they shot the Vietnam shots in LA.
In case I forget to say it later, they made the most out of the less. You really get like 3 or 4 main set shots for Vietnam, but that sound, that score makes you feel like you were in the shit. So shout out to the cinematographer and the person who did the score on that and the Foley.
Yeah, the Foley for sure really added to the chaos when they were in the trenches. Everything going on.
Yep.
Together, the Hughes brothers also directed From Hell and The Book of Eli, as well as Korn's music videos for Here to Stay and Thoughtless in 2002.
After Dead Presidents in 1995, Michael Henry Brown's script for My dog gonna love this. You Ain't No Cop, Jay Reed. In Too Deep, which was written before Dead Presidents, went into production to be released in 1999. Rest in peace. He passed away in 2016.
Dead Presidents stars Lorenz Tate as Anthony Curtis,
Keith David as Kirby,
Chris Tucker as Skippy,
Freddie Rodriguez as Jose,
Rose Jackson as Juanita Benson,
Nabushe Wright as Delilah Benson. I knew that's you gave that to me on purpose. I know you did, fucker.
If one of us is gonna fuck it up.
Well, no, I did. I didn't but fuck it up.
Okay.
I'm from Wakanda. James Pickens Jr. as Mr. Curtis.
Yeah, I love him on. He was the best character on Grey's Anatomy.
He also had the less words out of everybody in this fucking film too. What do you say?
Yeah.
Want some more collard, son?
Yeah. Jennifer Lewis as Mrs. Curtis.
I don't know why I kept seeing Jennifer Lawrence when I was looking this up. Not her in the film, but seeing Jennifer Lewis.
I'll get into Mrs. Curtis.
Oh no, you won't. You better. Don't you talk shit about Miss Curtis. Clifton Powell as motherfucking Cuddy.
Motherfucking Cuddy, man.
Don't laugh. We'll get there. Terrence Howard as Cowboy.
Me. Bokeem Woodbine as Cleon.
Bokeem Woodbine as Cleon, and we'll get there. All right, Martin Sheen.
Now God loves you.
Yeah. All is well. Martin Sheen makes an uncredited appearance as the judge. Now, most people don't know this. Danny Elfman, which name should ring a bell, composed the music, and we shouldn't even really have to list the films he's put his stamp on in this industry.
Dead Presidents was edited by Dan Leventhal, and boy, oh boy, check out some of the other films that he has cut. Dead Presidents was actually the first major film that he worked on.
He did some very good things on very bad things.
Very Bad Things, another movie we should cover. You seen that shit?
I have not.
It's the original dark comedy.
Okay.
Eminem's Real Slim Shady music video.
He reunited with the Hughes brothers for the film From Hell.
Elf.
Really?
Santa Claus is coming.
That's beautiful. The Breakup.
Iron Man.
How the fuck did you not let me get that? Iron Man. And also Couples Retreat, which was stolen by Vince Vaughn.
And Iron Man 2.
I'm not going back and forth with you anymore. Cowboys, not Terrence Howard. Cowboys and Aliens.
And Thor, The Dark World.
Suck My Ant-Man.
And Spider-Man, Homecoming.
Suck My Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Spider-Man, Far From Home.
Bad Boys for Life.
And 2021's Mortal Kombat.
Please take that part out. That was not a fucking film. That was a disgrace to the film industry. Tootsie! Well, you know what I need them to do with that film? Get over here so I can throw it in the trash. Finish it. Now, fatality in the films. Now, production began on Halloween in 1994 and wrapped in February of 1995.
Dead Presidents was shot in New York, Los Angeles, and...
Now, give it a little bit more. Production began on Halloween in 1994 and wrapped in February of 1995.
It was shot in New York, Los Angeles, and Florida, which that has to
sounds
be
about right.
where they shot Vietnam.
Florida, man.
Yeah, this is a war zone anyway.
Always.
The palms. This is where you find the palms.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the palms get greased.
This was shot on a budget of $10 million. It made nearly $8 million just during its opening weekend, with a current worldwide gross of over $24 million.
Now, if you don't know this, the runtime is at 1 hour and 59 minutes, but it plays like something you never want to end. And the other thing I can let you guys know, the production was done by Caravan Pictures, Hollywood Productions, and Underworld Entertainment.